Hi guys. Just welcome to your sis Whitney Ugo. And I'm here to encourage you by the grace of God. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about where I've been, what happened, why am I now called your sis Whitney Ugo? Where did that come from? This happened when I finally felt the disconnect that I needed to feel to let me look and search for my identity. And sometimes we may find ourselves as Christians just feeling like we're doing the work, we're going to church, we're serving, and that means our identity is secure. We know what we're doing, we're going to university, we know what we want to become after. I found that disconnect through content creation because I noticed that who I wanted to portray on the social media platform was different from who I actually felt on the inside. I found myself writing, Bible verses on the caption. I found myself actually just like trying so hard to be like, you can see me right now, but can you actually? Well, I'm losing my words here. My caption was very hidden and it was telling a lot of stories where I would say things like, you see me like physically, but who I am on the inside is a different person. I found myself saying that, expressing that a lot, even to people around me, being like, you see me for who I am right now, but who I am in Christ is different. But the problem is that I was hiding who God was. I was hiding the love of God in my life because I just felt like that was its own place. That had to stay private. That had to stay in a different cup. It couldn't be shown to the world. I had to just show up as an influencer. I had to just show up as someone that knew how to do beauty. I had to show up as someone that knew how to make content. But I was like, then how do I show my God? How do I actually express him in the fashion that he has blessed me with? How do I express him in the beauty that he has given to me? Like, what do I do with that? And that's when the disconnect started. And that's when I needed to pause. That's when I needed to look back and really find myself and really dig deep inside it. So now, flip into a couple years after that, I took a pause from content creation. I had to find myself because even my content lost its substance. It just felt very empty. Like I was looking back and I'm like, where was the girl that was excited to actually pick up the camera and record? Where did she go? She was lost. She was hidden and, hiding behind PR packages, hiding behind events. But then in the essence of it, something was lost, and that was her identity. So I found this from finding out my name. Now, how did I find my name? I found my name by honestly going through one of the hardest times in my life. One of the hardest times financially, in immigration, in just everything. At that point, it just felt like I had gotten to the end of the rope. I had gotten to the end, and the enemy was trying to even tell me and whisper some crazy stuff in my ear. But we'll talk about that later. And the Lord just said, go and see your mother. Go and see your parents. Just travel. Just leave. And I remember that traveling being such a hard travel for me because I did not want to go back home. It was like the enemy fighting fighting me leaving. It was such a hard travel to go to, but I knew I needed it. And thank God pushed me towards that. So I went ahead, and my mom was really going back to the tales, telling all the village stories, all the traditional stories. And the meaning of my name came up. And being the Igbo girl that I was, I knew how to speak Igbo, and I understood Igbo. For most of my life, I've understood Igbo, right? So I always thought my Igbo name, Ugo Adachukwu, meant something else, meant its actual literal meaning. Ugo meaning eagle, Ada meaning first daughter, Chukwu meaning God. So I just like God's, eagle first daughter, God somehow just scrambled in there. But it made no sense to me, but I just thought, yeah, that's just what it actually translates into. until my mom sat me down and she was like, no, that is not what I named you. There was an essence to it. There was actually a purposeful driven, identity anchored in your name. And I was like, hold up. Hold up. You mean to tell me there's more? I'm sad. I want to know what this is. And then she tells me that Ada, yes, meaning first daughter. Ugo, meaning eagle, but eagle in this context, meaning the head of the birds. Said, okay, so in that sense, sister of all sister, like an umbrella word being like, she's your girl's girl. She's the sister of all, she's the sis of all sis in terms of she got you like that. She encourages you, she uplifts you. And I was just like, wait, I've heard a lot of people say this word, Whitney, you're very caring. You thank you. Like, when you get birthday cards and you're like, you care, like, and I'm like, I do. You don't even realize it because someone else has to tell you who you are, because sometimes you forget because it's so natural, like it's innate, inborn. That allowed me to see what my name was, and it was already anchored into my identity. And I think her saying it again really highlighted it for me. So, Ugoada Chuku, meaning God's sister of all sis, like in that way. And here, births the name your sis Whitney Ugo. And I feel immediately when that was anchored, it felt like something opened up in my heart. And before then, I couldn't see it. It was when I came back and I was like, oh, I think I know what I need to do now. I feel like I have an identity, I have a purpose to actually fulfill through this name. And it reminded me about the Bible and how names change and how, Jacob's name became Israel. Abraham became Abraham. Sarah became Sarah. Like all of those changes, Saul to Paul. And I remember like looking at it in the Bible and I was like, wow, that's so true. Every single time God actually calls people, he changes their names. And I just felt immediately that this was my calling and God is taking me somewhere through this. So that was the birth story of your sis, Whitney Ugo. So with all that said, where do we go from here? What can you expect from your sis, Whitney Ugo? So with me, you can expect truth. You can expect rawness. Let's talk about the taboo things together. Are you struggling with lack of self-control? Your sis, she got you. Are you struggling with fear? Your sis, she got you. Are you struggling with your flesh? Your sis got you. Are you struggling with envy and jealousy? Your sis, she got you. So in summary, the things you struggled with, whether it be envy, whether it be jealousy, I struggled too. I failed too. This is the place for you. Let's figure it out together. I'm here to encourage you. So please, if this in any way interests you, stay tuned for more. Let's figure it out together. See you. Bye.